And welcome to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show. We have a new guest for you every week here on the Spotlight Show on Lake TV. And this week we have got the director of the Lake Area Chamber of Commerce, Paige Jones. Paige, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Are you all nervous? Are you scared? Do I look mean?
No, Chris.
Okay.
You make everybody comfortable when you're around.
I don't think you're scared of anybody.
No, I don't know.
So you're actually the brand new director of the Lake Area Chamber of Commerce, something you just took over. How long have you been at the chamber?
Over a couple of years now. Just started, wanted to get involved in the chamber. So started a couple of years ago as the admin. Worked my way up and had the opportunity to apply for the executive director and went for it. Yeah. It's been a dream of mine for about 10 years and love my community that I live in, so here I am. That's
kind of a prerequisite. You really have to love the community because that's all you're doing is promoting the community, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. That and our members and just the lake area as a whole. Yeah. Beautiful place here. So
and when you applied for the job, interviewed for the job, you told them they should change the title of the job, right?
I did.
What title?
Oh, I've always wanted to be the director of fun. I mean, you know, if I can't have the title, I'm certainly going to, you know, push myself to be that director of fun always.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, that's a good way to look at it if you're running the chamber and trying to have fun. And especially in this community, you know, the lake area, that's kind of what it's all about, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a lot to do around this area, a lot of fun things to do, and a great life to provide to anyone that may want to move here. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and they're also what you make them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're pretty new in the position. Is it an easy job, or is there like a whole lot of things you got to learn how to do in the job? You know, because nobody really knows. What does a chamber executive director do?
Well, you know, I'm about 7 weeks into the role today,
yeah.
And I took on the position with 2 big events ahead of me, in addition to learning the role as executive director. We had a wonderful Cocktails and Caddies event almost immediately, and then 2 weeks after was the 33rd annual Magic Dragon Street Meet. That is an event that just does not come together overnight. Yeah. So jumping in with 2 feet was absolutely necessary, while also keeping up the daily grind of the executive director tasks. So baptism by fire is a word that I've used here, or a phrase that I've used here of late, and then also taking a drink of water from a fire hose. Mm-hmm. But is the job hard? I would say it's hard right now, but any job can be hard or easy. It's what you do with that and how you feel about it. Yeah. Me personally, you could have thrown anything at me and still, but I'm exactly where I want to be, and I absolutely love the opportunity that I have. And hard work or not, we're going to have hard work everywhere we go. But yeah. I'm loving this, and I cannot wait to just get into today and tomorrow and the next day and grow from here.
And there's a lot of people, I mean, you're planning events, you're putting events on and everything, and I think you have over, what, 550, 600 members of your chamber, so you got a whole lot on your plate that you're trying to juggle there.
We have a lot of people to take care of. Our members are first and foremost in my world. And the chamber world. We have some obstacles ahead of us because of the growth that we've seen. You know, I'm hearing from our members, employment is hard right now. Living arrangements is hard right now. So there are some things that I definitely want to give some good thought to, because this is what our members need right now. I do think it's a testament to the growth that's going on in our community. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I think it's just a sign as to where we are going. And so very member focused right now, want to do what we can to support those that are struggling and elevate those that are maybe just getting off the ground. We have a lot of new members coming into the area, joining the chamber and starting new businesses and lives here. So I
think this is like the most sane place left in the country at this point.
I've always felt this way, and I truly could not be more happy to be living in this community. And if last year didn't prove that to all of us, I don't know what can do it. I don't know if you weren't happy here last year, I'm not sure where your place is.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is so much better than just about everywhere else in the country and the world right about now. Yeah. And you guys kind of have a neat home there because you're in Wilmore Lodge, right? And that's kind of a cool place.
It really is, and it surprises me that I have so many people come through that have lived here all of their lives and they've never been into Wilmore Lodge. Wilmore Lodge is a 90-year-old building, probably one of the most grand structures that was placed here in the 30s during the build of the dam. It was for the purpose of the administrators to make sure that dam was built, and it's a wonderful free attraction that everyone can come and enjoy.
Did you say free?
I did say free.
Wow.
Yes. And the best 7-mile view of the lake that you could possibly take in, right on the 1-mile marker. 90 years of history within, lots of great stories, and we have several living historians still that can come in and talk about, you know, what was going on in the 30s or what their grandparents were talking about in the 30s. So
yeah. It is cool.
Wonderful.
You got to get over there if you haven't been over there, because it is something else, Wilmore Lodge. So we're talking with Paige Jones, Executive Director of the Lake Area Chamber of Commerce. We'll get to know a little bit more about where she came from right after this.
The Quick Car Summer Special. Unlimited washes for a month for the cost of a single wash. Ask about it today or visit quickcarmo.com. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Your time on the water is limited, and Hy-Vee in Osage Beach knows it. Let us do the shopping so you can maximize your lake time. With our Aisles online app, you can have your groceries delivered or ready for contactless pickup when you arrive to the lake. With all your grilling favorites, snacks, fresh produce, and home to the lake's largest wine, spirits, and beer department, your weekend at the lake starts with Hy-Vee in Osage Beach, where you'll find a helpful smile in every aisle.
Discovered over a century and a half ago, Bridal Cave continues to amaze those who venture through it. As you tour through Bridal Cave, you'll see massive onyx formations, giant columns, and the one and only Mystery Lake. Bridal Cave's unique stalactite-adorned bridal chapel has provided a truly unique backdrop for over 3,000 couples from around the world. Bridal Cave is open daily, rain or shine. Guided tours leave every few minutes. Come explore the lake's favorite natural attraction. Explore Bridal Cave today.
The Quick Car Summer Special. Unlimited washes for a month for the cost of a single wash. Ask about it today or visit quickcarmo.com. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Welcome back to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show. This week we are talking with the Executive Director of the Lake Area Chamber of Commerce, Paige Jones. And so we have 3 major chambers in the area, right?
Yes.
Lake Area, Camdenton, and then there's the Lake West, I believe. So how do you guys get along? Is there any fighting going on there? Or you guys like each other? How does that work?
Well, no fighting, definitely.
Good.
And I definitely love my peers in the chamber world. Casey Cloak over at the Camdenton Chamber has been a huge mentor to me, and I think we will continue to collaborate and do things together as we both, you know, grow in our new roles. Paul Hooper is a lovely individual. I just love what he brings to the lake area with his experience and representing the West Side. We all work very well together. A couple of things that we do focus on together is the boat shows. We will work together on those. We work together in putting a business directory together that combines all 3 chamber members that's soon to be coming out here before Memorial Day. We also work together on a map and many other issues. The Eggs and Issues, I believe we come together for that, but great group of people,
That
always
helps.
wanting to work together to achieve the #1 goal, and that's supporting our businesses.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely, that's good. So now, are you a local girl? Are you a Missouri girl? Did you come in from somewhere else? How do you fit in there?
You know, I really do consider myself local because of all of the time that I've spent here. My father being military, I was actually born in Memphis, Tennessee, and did travel around quite a bit as a youngster and a teenager, but all of my family grew up around this area, California, Lynn, Jefferson City, a little bitty town called Loose Creek, Missouri, and then my grandfather out in Westphalia. So several generations here stacked around me, many family members yet in Jefferson City. I like to say everything I learned about water was learned on the Osage River or the Lake of the Ozarks. So really since 1976. I remember when it was a one-stop light town, and Carl's Supermarket was the one-stop shop for your groceries, your fishing needs, and your swimming. And the Grand Glaze Bridge has always been a fond memory of mine, the old Grand Glaze Bridge. You thought for sure when you were crossing it that the mirrors were going to touch as you were making your way.
Yeah, it was that close.
It was very close. So I have to say, when they redid that bridge, that was like a bright spot in my world. I knew that I could actually breathe when I took across that bridge moving forward.
Yeah, boy, those old bridges were tight and scary, weren't they?
They were.
Well, you do know a lot about water, because we were talking the other day and you were telling me about how the water turns over and catfish and all that stuff. So
yeah,
you got a working knowledge of water.
Well, a little bit. I did spend some time in the South and was friends with several people that worked on the catfish farms in Mississippi, and always remember, you know, in Mississippi it doesn't get too cold, but when it does get below or close to that freezing temperature, these guys would have to work overnight to watch the ponds flip because the water does turn over. And so I imagine the same effect happens here at the lake. You do see a turnover of water.
Yeah, you do. And it's some certain temperature point where
the
water that's below, it becomes less heavy than the water above, so they turn over. So that's just kind of weird, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of oxygen involved in that equation as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're married to a dynamo powerhouse dude named Jason Jones, who's involved in about every charity at the lake, right?
He is, and I'm so proud of all of his accomplishments. Primarily the Feeding the Lake of the Ozarks campaign, in which we had no presence here other than our food banks in the outlying areas. Share the Harvest up in Versailles is one of the main ones, but Jason really brought a focus to food insecurities right here in our community and within the 3 counties. So between that and all of his other endeavors, the Real Men Wear Pink and
he had the pink hair. Like half of last year we'd go out to events. You couldn't miss Jason and his pink hair.
No, and you couldn't miss it sprayed all over my bathroom either. I've been cleaning that up still.
Oh my goodness, yes. And you guys are both so busy. I mean, a true power couple in the area. So we thank you for everything that you do and everything Jason does. That is pretty amazing. Okay, so we're down to the final few moments, but what do we have coming up this summer that you can tell us about Lake Area Chamber is dealing with?
Well, this summer we're going to be focusing on our networking socials, which happen the 3rd Tuesday of every month. Our next one will be at Dog Days over right off of the Grand Glaze Bridge there. And then we will be working towards our fall dinner, and we are also working on a new conference called the Women Inspiring Women Conference. That is scheduled for September 30th and October 1st of this year. New conference at the lake focusing on women's health and wellness and positive growth within that community. So lots of things still coming, and I'm still learning. So we have to get our arms wrapped around a few things, but would love to see everyone at our next social at Dog Days, May 18th from 5 to 7.
Is everybody welcome, or is it just for the businesses?
Everyone is welcome, members and prospective members. We really don't turn anyone away. We'd love to have you come out and learn about us.
Okay, that's great. Executive Director Paige Jones of the Lake Area Chamber of Commerce. And real quick, final seconds, how do they get the information?
You can reach me at the office, 573-964-1008, or email me at pjoneslakeareachamber.com.